Yeah, very big welcome to you, my dear Taurus, and always a big welcome to those zodiac signs that felt this constellation, which happens only once a year, is having an inspiration for them as well. I'm doing the reading exactly on the day the moon is in your sign. That means right now I see the constellation Taurus behind it. And of course, when I look at the sun, I see constellation Sagittarius that is giving you the light to look deeper within through the moon into your subconscious, into those things that are happening out of your childhood. And so here comes a fire sign, here comes the ninth house of philosophy, pushing your second house of value to look deeper into these kind of values that maybe are needing to be changed or readjusted to the zeitgeist. And so here comes Sagittarius pushing you with his fire, with his enthusiasm, with his also challenges, right? And you who are quite fixed, you are the center of the spring, and Sagittarius is the end of fall right now and mutable. You have a hard time with a sign like this, and so it's pushing on you, right? And sometimes it's good that these things push on us. The yoga position I gave Sagittarius is Paschimottanasana, the deep forward bend to look deep within. Where is my angel? How can I be an angel in this world? And of course, for you, my dear Taurus, I did a movement yourself. You became a pillar. Actually two pillars, right? And one that is going up and one that is going down, and bringing the information down here to the world. And you're not sitting there anymore, you are taking action. I want you to move. And so you have here this nice inhale up to high mountain and exhale bending down into forward bend, which is in a way Paschimottanasana as well, but just standing. Your court card is the King of Pentacles. If your birthday is between April 10th and May 9th, this is always your court card if it comes up. I am using Rider-Waite because a lot of people know his cards quite well. So I'm using this as a demonstration, and you can see how he's looking lovingly a little bit to the right spinning cycle, which is the 365 days the Earth does spin around the Sun. So I'm using that as the outside to the inside cycle, the humanness that gives the soul learning, right? And then I have a right to left spinning cycle, which is the Earth does a spin in its own axis lasting 25,800 years. And both cycles divided through 12 gives a month, which is your zodiac sign, and in the other one it gives an age, which is right now the age of Pisces, some schools say, and others say we already have moved into the age of Aquarius because it's left spinning through the zodiac signs. You get the big cycle, which is all 22 major arcana, always on your full moon, which was actually in the last reading. Here you had Taurus full moon and a lunar eclipse, and the message was, if you awaken, so is the world. So Scorpio Sun has pushed quite you, and that was your big reading of 22 major arcanas, read from right to left. Right now you get a small one from left to right with only 13 cards lying here. So we begin the reading with the Fool, always that state of consciousness that's coming from deep within you, saying, okay, what I'm going to do now with the Sun in Sagittarius, highlighting the Moon, which is in my sign. So what is this doing to me? Which is here the Knight of Pentacles, a Virgo. And the Virgo is going like you into the soul path. Very interesting. In other decks, he is turning to the right. Here he's turning to the left, and that is giving me the sign that through this deck, the Visconti Sforza Tarot, I have listed all the tarot cards and all the court cards down in my description, so you can have a look at it. You are ready to take a step from the soul to the outer world. And even though I'm reading now to the right, this first card is indicating me that your state of consciousness, this thought, this idea is making you move because you sit, right? But here comes a Virgo, is helping you to see that something is happening, something is moving, because you don't like to move too much. On the position of the Magician comes the Thunder. And so now we see you, the Bison, running towards the Virgo, like a thunder, like the 56, which is then a portal of the 11. And of course the 56, the 5 is your card, the Hierophant. And the 6 is the Lovers, which is the next full moon in Gemini. So there is gonna a force going into the direction of the soul path, ignited by the Magician, who is a state of consciousness that is doing, that is acting upon this thought about what happened here. So there has been a Virgo maybe in your life that has pushed something, that has moved you to such an extent that you are with full force now coming at the Virgo as well. On the position of the High Priestess comes the Moon, comes Pisces. So Pisces is the intuition, right? It's the desire to come out of this deep subconscious. And like I said, behind Sagittarius is now the age of Pisces, or the age of Aquarius, which is the star. And the Sun is a star. So the Sun is again respectively kind of in its own element. It was in the Moon, and it was like difficult for the Sun to be like, what? I have to be dark? I can't be dark. I'm a star. I'm like shining. I'm hope. I don't go down there into the dark. And so here comes your intuition telling you to go out, come out, to leave these two energies, and now to evolve up, like here past these two towers, and understand something is happening, something powerful, because this is quite a strong energy, right? This is you. This is a herd of bison, which is actually also kind of a cow and or a Taurus, right? So here you are being liberated for some reason into now going into an evolutionary state, into a desire, into a longing, into a yearning that you always had to be now coming out of something deep that has occupied you. Then on the position of the Empress comes the Tower. So very interesting, you give birth, which is a state of consciousness, that you give birth to a new state of consciousness, to something that you have realized with these four first cards, because they have no zodiac sign aligned to it. So they're free from zodiac signs. They're a state of consciousness that we all can have. And of course, here comes the two towers that you're passing, and one tower is literally like crashing, that the God spirit is coming and taking off the crown of one of these towers. Now, which one is it? Is it the right or the left one? Or are you keeping in the center, which is what the High Priestess is telling you? Stay in your center, stay in your intuition, allow your intuition to guide you so that you can see that this new state of consciousness that you're giving birth to is letting go. Now the message here is La Maison Dieu. So God is speaking to you through the 16, the 1, which is of course on the position of the 1 is the thunder, is the bison, or the bison, I say it in German, right? The bison that are coming here at a full force. And of course the 6 is then again the 6 that is in here, as well as the Gemini full moon that is coming now on the 7th of December. So something is quite happening to you, a shake up, a big shake up, and then comes you as a court card. I put you here to understand now you have realized this 4 cards as a state of consciousness, as something it says has shaken you, something has pushed you, and it's kind of like, it's almost like this has shaken so much that this has fallen. Right? So there, it can be any other way, right? So these bison have had that power. Nevertheless, they're facing into the direction of the soul. So your soul desire was to shake up something here in this dimension, in the material world. And now you can look at this one coin and realize, yes, everything is okay. I am here and I have realized something. Then on the position of the Hierophant comes the moon in Taurus. So there is now something very powerful speaking to you, that something very just, something very, you know, like a justice is happening. That is something that you are very connected to. You love to have justice, and this is moon in Taurus, right? Giving wisely and staying in your balance at the same time. While you're giving to this one, you also have to give this one. And represent, though, the one coin above your head is always then this coin that is in your hand is like you always have, because you're Taurus. You will always have money. So if you give this one 3 coins and this one 2 coins, right, you still have. So this is something that's very strong speaking to you, because this is the Lord of material success. So you will have success under your own spiritual search for the truth, for something that is important to you, for something that has kind of shaken you, has pushed you, has moved you, right? And so this is a very beautiful sign for you. Then on the position of the Wheel of Fortune, again a state of consciousness that is saying, now what has brought you that realization here, the moon in your sign? It has brought you the perfect key, the key to your heart, the key to what it is that you need to be happy. And even though this bird is offering more keys, you're like, no, I found my key to my happiness. And it's almost like you want to get away from things that have pushed you to a level of quite difficulty. Yeah, right? There's a 6 and a 6 here as well. So you have 1, 2, 3 6s lying here. 3 is the power to see in your third eye that things are always turning out the right way, that even difficult situations are here for you to grow, right? That's why the left spinning and the right spinning cycle are an energy of either human, the human is going through these difficulties and the soul is learning, or the soul is pushing the human, let's do more of these spiritual situations that I can learn from. So the question is, have you found the key? And I think you found the key to here, the center of the Wheel of Fortune. And the perfect key, the number 29, is then a 2, which is the High Priestess, and on the position of the High Priestess came the moon, which is an 18. A 1 and an 8 is a 9. But the 1, again, the thunder made you awaken. And the 8 in it has given you this infinite search and longing to come out of the deep, deep subconscious. And so here, the 2, the High Priestess, and the 9, the completion in it to find your happiness, your heart, even though it's in this little cage, you protected it, you know exactly, you have the answer deep within you. Then comes on the position of the Hanged Man, comes this crystal, and this crystal is called malachite, and the malachite is giving you now here the understanding of the heart, right? The heart that you are in the reverseness of the Hanged Man, right? Hanging upside down is seeing things from a different perspective and recognizing that this different perspective is bringing you through the 33, which is a portal, 2 times 3, the creativity to be empowered. And here comes clarity of thoughts and emotions, and the right use of your mind, and integration of thinking and intuition, which has come here, right? The intuition with the moon, knowing that deep down there is something that you want to experience, you want to come out, right? It's something has shaken you, right? The thunder has shaken you, the earth has shaken, and it's like, here I come out. And it's really interesting. It's almost like here Virgo has done a little step, has done this, the step, right, helped you to make yourself that step, so that then you come here with full force towards the soul path and towards an awakening. And now here you integrate intuition and thinking through the Malachite. On the position then of Sagittarius comes the potential, and the potential is the magician. And here you are the one that is seeing all the potential to create a new state of consciousness through the sun that is giving the light into the moon, which is in your sign. So Sagittarius is giving you a push. Sagittarius is giving you the right push to be empowered, to be the one that has the key, to be the one that knows the key to the green heart, right? The color green in the heart. You know exactly what it is that you have found here through this magician, through this I am here, having abundant energy, abundant all the 4 elements, and I am in my core, in my center, through the 11, and again 11, and the 1. So you have 5 times the 1, which is, you can communicate about what you went through, about your journey, so that you can sit here and bring your arms up and say, I know exactly what it is that I want. I don't need to put my arms behind me anymore. I am reversing myself. I'm sitting down and I'm empowered, and I am the magician. Because then on the position of the Tower comes the Elephant, and the Elephant is part of your card in some of the decks, right? There's the ivory of the elephant in it, or there is an elephant literally painted. I have also here put an elephant into the open cage, right? I don't want the elephant to be in a zoo. And here comes the Tower, which was on the position of the Empress, and the Tower has spoken in a very clear voice, saying, believe and trust in the things. When they fall apart, there's a reason that they fall apart, because then you can recognize this card, the moon, in your sign, speaking to you very clearly, very strongly in this balanced state of consciousness. And here you come as the elephant, and the elephant is speaking to you as Ganesh to you. And it's a fire element, and Sagittarius is a fire element. So unstoppable, auspicious, and wise. And when in balance, one pointed focus, generous and loving. So the elephant is arguably the most auspicious figure in the deck. Like Ganesh, the elephant represents immense wisdom as well as good fortune. So something is coming your way, and you're going to recognize this force. You're going to recognize that you are the elephant, that you are now empowered through the situation that came through Sagittarius to you as that power, as that push, even though there was a thunder, even though through that thunder you awakened and you came out of your subconscious and you woke up and you came out and you realized, oh my God, everything is falling apart, things are changing, things are shifting. And though it brought this to you, and then it brought the heart to you, and it brought also the Malachite to you, which is then continuing to combine thought and intuition. Because then on the position of the moon comes here the number 7, a contract. A sacred contract that you are making to stay connected from now on, because you had here the moon coming out on the high priestess, and now you have a sacred contract on the moon position. So something really important is speaking to you. You got to make a contract with a higher consciousness, that you are evolving, that you are coming out of this position of, well, I am here and I am very earthly. Recognize that the magician is pushing you to now create a new contract with your soul, with your higher consciousness, and to make sure that that contract is really divine, is here for all of people involved, right? For people who learning and who are growing, because then on the position of the sun comes another 7, but not a 7, 43, which is the magical, the alchemy of combining two numbers together, which is the 3. And on the position of the 3 is here the tower, right? That is speaking to you as the Maison Dieu, the house of God. And the number 4, there's no 4 here, but calculated together is a 7. So a 7-7 portal, 2 times 7 is saying, okay, when you align yourself with the moon in your sign and allow this force to come to you and to recognize your true strength, then you can create a new contract. Then you are alchemically blessed to create magic in this world and to be a beacon of light, a beacon of hope that is coming to the people. And then you will have the confidence, because this card is called confidence, the number 77, to be 4 times in the 7. A new contract will be written that you alchemically have put together. And here this card in confidence is saying, know and feel this affirmation beyond a doubt. I am all that I need to get what I want. 77. How powerful is this? How amazing is this? 4 times 7 is the heart of the crown chakra. So yes, so what? You got the crown kicked off, this tower, but you stayed in your center. You knew what to do. You knew how to be just. You knew how to follow your heart. You knew how to connect the intuition and the thoughts. You knew that something is pushing you to be greater than you could ever imagine. And the tower has brought out of you now the elephant. And the new contract makes you alchemically so powerful that you are standing here and saying, yes, this is my wake-up call, right? This is on the position of the awakening. You awakening to that I am all that I need to get what I want. What is it that you want to get? What is it that you want to experience? Because then comes another 7. You have 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you have 5 times the 7. 5 times is communication about a higher spiritual energy that is pushing you now forward. All the horses are with you. Now here, you're not anymore here in this thunder towards the soul path alone, but you have, of course, here the Virgo energy that help you for some reason to awaken to your true power, to use the horsepower, to use the power in this direction of the worldly path that is paved with difficulties, that is paved with things that can go wrong. And so now I'm putting this card here because now you can see that Virgo is coming at you and you are literally expecting her, because you have found your true power within. You have found the elephant. You have found the power of the magician, and that you are all you need. And here comes Virgo walking at you and saying, I'm handing you the money. Here you are. Here you are not anymore sitting here, but now you are literally moving gently like the moon, like also here the Piscean energy, which is the Knight of Cups with love. you are seeing how the money is coming to you, and you are the success, you are that power in the next full moon, which is in January. I don't know exactly the date, but that's the full moon of Cancer in the month of Capricorn. And so your next reading already is right here, right, speaking to you. Wow, what a powerful message is coming through to you. So of course I hope I see you in the next reading, because we can see how the full moon of Cancer is here. But also we have the 6 here, right, which is really beautiful, letting you know that you understand the number 6, the self-love, which is then the full moon in Gemini. And here's the 6 in this Bison movement. And of course the 3-3 empowerment here through this crystal, understanding the intuition and your thoughts. But most important, you have here in the last 4 cards, I'm going to put all of them out, you have 5 times the 7, a new contract, and the alchemical power to now see that you can create magic, because you all that you need, and you're using the power of and the success of Cancer to do what it is that you came here to do. Until then, I thank you so much for being with me. Namaste.